A ranch venue outside of the tiny California town of Los Olivos is not where anyone would expect a major automotive brand to unveil a new vehicle, but Hyundai has brought automotive writers here to do just that. There are hints to what's under the sheet, a variant of the all-electric Ioniq 5.
And now,
showtime!
Revealing you the Ioniq 5 XRT.
The XRT trim is more rugged with 23 millimeters of lift. That's 9/10 of an inch for Americans. Approach and departure angles are improved, and there are these rated to tug 5,834 pounds. That's 2,646 kilos for the rest of the world. Specific to XRT, 18-inch wheels wear all-terrain Continental cross-contact ATR rubber. Big news, this will be produced in Hyundai's new Meta plant near Savannah, Georgia. And this is the first Hyundai to get the NACS charge port.
So this is part of the 25 model year, which is an overall product enhancement for the Ioniq 5. But this XRT is an all-new trim, all-new model for 25, and quite different, as you can tell from the regular car, right? So quite a lot of change. Front and rear fascia have more of a protected, functional kind of an element to them, right? So a lot more plastic with this kind of really cool digital camouflage pattern to it.
Exclusively all-wheel drive, XRT gets no power bump over the standard dual motor setup, rated at 320 horsepower and 446 pound-feet of torque. In 2025, the 77.4 kilowatt-hour battery pack grows to 84. Ioniq 5 XRT is not for boulder hopping.
People more and more are looking to find ways to get outside, right? Go outdoors, right? Spend time, with their families and go camping, go hiking, mountain biking, and why not do it on an EV?
You can't be here, so to understand exactly what the Ioniq 5 XRT is about and what makes it different, I'll rewind for some press conference details.
With every XRT, we want to add a layer of protection, connection, and functionality. Ioniq 5 is the perfect next step for our XRT nameplate and marks the first ever EV XRT. You can add protection in a lot of different ways. We took inspiration from a lot of the images that you see here. Ultimately, we chose a layer of protection that we feel is best suited for the Ioniq 5 and one that adds a different facet to its personality that we haven't yet demonstrated in the limited trim or the N model. Like any special project that we get assigned, like this Ioniq 5 XRT, we always like to do a lot of field research, go on our own camping trips, go to trade shows, and all this research and strategy fuels the design process. And to talk a little bit more about the design of this specific car, I'd like to invite the man behind the sketches on your tables, Chris Lott.
We have the Ioniq 5 XRT strategy and the field research we've done. But in addition to that, what I wanted to do is combine the pixel design motif applied to the functional areas, like the front pixel bumper, pixel camouflage, pixel wheel, and pixel card forms. So usually in the design process, what designers do is we go through so many iterations. And for this car, what I wanted to explore was a lot of bold and geometric shapes. And in addition to that is functional pixel design motifs and interlocking geometries. And after we establish the design theme, we zoom into the details to make this car feel extra special. And so we applied this pixel camo design, and this is some of the design process that we went through, going through many variations to pick the best one. And this is personally my favorite detail of this car is the wheels. The main reason is because we combine the classic retro steelies we see in off-road cars and the pixel design motif, fuse it together to create this really modern and sleek, yet rugged appearance. In the side view, what's really important to point out is that the front and rear departure angles have increased, and also the ride height has also been increased too. Although the car looks great on-road, it also looks amazing off-road in its natural habitat. Something I want to highlight in the rear is the embossed XRT logo. And the reason is because we want to carry over the original Ioniq 5's idea about sustainability, but we did it in a way for the XRT logo by reducing parts, so that's why we embossed it. Although we're exterior designers, we need to point out in the interior the differences between the base model and the XRT. So in the XRT, we can see in the seats the embossed XRT logo, and in the armrest, a really cool pixel camo that reflects the exterior and the XRT logo.
So the interior layout and structure of it is relatively, carryover, but we do have a brand new multimedia platform with a lot more capability as far as customization, updatability, so over-the-air updates, faster platform, much more, a lot more dynamic graphics, I think, in a lot of ways, but also a little bit of usability updates as well, right? So if you look in the center console, we have a much more island-type setup for things like the wireless charger. Cup holders a little bit better shaped and a little bit larger than the outgoing model, and to me, most importantly, hard buttons for seat climates, which, if you use, depending where you live, and if you use those often, going through a few layers of menus, it's not the easiest thing.
Until Rivian delivers the R3, little competition exists. There's Mustang Mach-E Rally, which is probably more expensive. Subaru Solterra is closest in concept to the XRT, but charges slower and doesn't travel as far. The 2024 Ioniq 5's range of 260 miles should improve with 2025's larger battery, but XRT rides higher and has less efficient tires.
The range will still be above 250. We're still finalizing final numbers, but it'll still be pretty competitive, I think.
Typically, XRT versions are priced a little higher than Hyundai's SEL trims, so I'll guesstimate XRT pricing will start at around $54,000 with destination. It's unclear if it'll qualify for the $7,500 federal tax credit at the beginning of production. Hope you got something out of this first look at the 2025 Hyundai Ioniq 5 XRT. If you're interested in buying one, the folks at Hyundai say it should show up at showrooms in late November, early December. Thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe to the channel, click notifications, follow me on social media, and if you have a question, leave it in the comments. I'm Tom Volk.